Zac Efron has played several roles during his career, and some of them were difficult if you think about the prepping period for his portrayal of serial killer Ted Bundy, an extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile. He went through a difficult time, considering the sensitive matter. In this video, let's talk about how the actor faced difficulty in detaching himself from his character. First of all, how did he survive the intense role? The film saw him portray a serial killer. Obviously, it would impact him since he went through intense preparations. Zac confessed that there wasn't a role that he couldn't detach himself from when it was time to go home. Stepping out of the Ted Bundy character was something so difficult, and he didn't even anticipate that he'd struggle with that. He revealed that it was impossible to separate himself from the character when he went home at night. So for that, he turned to some coping mechanisms while leaving the set. The 35-year-old actor practiced proper breathing and meditation. He spilled to Entertainment Weekly that it was the only way. "I love TM, transcendental meditation. He did TM the entire way home." He mentioned that he wasn't driving because he used to get a ride home, so he'd focus on his meditation, and it became a routine to phase out of his character. But still, the star admitted that there's always a little bit of you that knows tomorrow you're Ted. Following up, he wasn't willing to portray the dark role. The movie was released in 2019, and according to Daily Mail, he wasn't willing to accept the role because he didn't relate with the character. It was a challenge to convince him to take on something so sinister, essentially. The High School Musical alum also thought it's a bit of a cliche to pick a teen idol for a dark role, which would be kind of unjustified, but he found the take on the Blacklist story to be unique. The actor mentioned that it was a different perspective because instead of the typical movies, they saw Ted Bundy through their eyes. Zac thrived in the movie, and even critics praised him for his performance. So guess what? His commitment to the character paid off. Next up, Zac wasn't the only one struggling on the film set. He wasn't alone to struggle on the set. His co-star Lily Collins played the role of Ted's partner, Liz Kendall. She admitted that preparing for the role was unsettling. In fact, she used to wake up several times during the night and found herself having destructive thoughts. Isn't that concerning? She dished the shocking news to BuzzFeed. She explained that she used to wake up every night around 4 a.m. for a whole month, and she had visions of destruction around rooms and broken glass. Clearly, this movie was a project that the two co-stars will never forget. Even after these struggles, the actors were successful in moving on, and they landed excellent roles. Moving on, these actors went a little too far with method acting. Starting with number 6, Christian Bale in The Machinist. Christian has performed in several leading roles, and he's reputed as the undisputable king of shocking physical transformations and versatility. He always submerges himself in his characters. So for his role in the 2004 psychological thriller The Machinist, as the insomniac Trevor Resnick, he lost 63 pounds. He restricted his diet to only drinking black coffee and whiskey, smoking cigarettes, and eating only an apple and a can of tuna every day. The diet was dubbed the Black Coffee Fast. The 48-year-old actor managed to bring his body weight to 120 pounds and even wanted to lower 99 pounds more just to meet his dysfunctional character's appearance. But the filmmakers didn't allow him to do that out of health concerns. Still, watching him on the big screen was odd. We just had to see his distorted skeletal frame, while his face looked so weird and thin. His transformation into the role of an industrial worker has gone down in history as one of his most memorable works. The actor had 6 weeks for a screen test for Batman Begins for his role as the vigilante superhero. He spent them weightlifting and binge-eating pizzas and ice cream to recover his bulk. In 2019, the actor said that he's become a bit boring now since he's older, but he feels like if he picks up on his past habits, he will die. He also spoke to the Sunday Times Culture magazine previously and said that death stared him in the face when filming Vice. He gained a lot of weight for the movie. He hit around 225 and 228 on the scale. Up ahead at number 5, Natalie Portman in Black Swan. She's famous for committing herself to roles and even ends up shaving her head or losing weight. For her role as the ballet dancer in Black Swan, she practiced a strict diet to lose 20 pounds. She mainly ate almonds and carrots, and she trained for 5 hours for 6 months before filming started. She practiced ballet, cross-training, and swimming. Obviously, going without actual food for so long affects your mental and physical health. She admitted to Entertainment Weekly that her lifestyle during the filming period made her feel like she wanted to die sometimes. The 41-year-old actress said that it made her realize how easily you can lose yourself in a role. She was awarded an Oscar for her excellent performance. Now for number 4, Daniel Day-Lewis in all his movies. The New York Post ranked him at number 3 on the greatest actors of the 21st century list. Well, there's no doubt that he's a gifted actor and one of the most talented in cinema history. Since 1998, the 65-year-old has starred in only 6 movies. He's an outstanding selective actor, amongst others in the film industry. He's best known for putting himself in the same shoes as his characters, and it's such intense preparation that it leads to adverse health effects. But he continues to stay in character throughout filming. He played William Bill the Butcher Cutting in the legendary Martin Scorsese 2002 historical drama Gangs of New York, and he completely immersed himself in the role. He hired circus performers so they could teach him how to throw knives, and the guy never stepped out of his New York accent or broke his character. To truly bring out the ruthless gang lord of the 5 Points, he used to pick fights with strangers and even trained as a butcher. What's insane is that he didn't even wear warmer coats because he wanted to stick with period-specific clothing, and there weren't any warm coats back in the 1860s. Well, it wasn't the best idea because it came with a cost. He ended up getting pneumonia. What's more, he refused to take modern-day medicines to fight the infection. Later, he recalled his experience in an interview with The Independent, and he confessed that he went mad, totally mad. He also said that the role wasn't good for his physical or mental health. However, his committed performance paid off because the movie earned a stellar 50 awards. He also won a BAFTA for Best Actor. Not to mention at number 3, Leonardo DiCaprio. This guy finally won his well-deserved Academy Award after his role in the 2015 Western survival drama The Revenant. The veteran actor went through extreme measures to portray frontiersman Hugh Glass. The movie follows a man fighting for his life after being attacked by a bear. The members of his hunting team leave him for dead. Director Alejandro G. Iñárritu wanted to shoot the film chronologically and only with natural lighting to depict maximum realism. The film had an exhausting long production period. To prepare for the draining role, Leo ate a raw slab of bison's liver and slept in animal carcasses, stepping in and out of frozen rivers, resulting in constant hypothermia. The 48-year-old actor also learned how to shoot muskets, build a fire, and apply ancient healing techniques. He also learned 2 Native American languages, Pawnee and Arikara. After learning about how he endured harsh weather conditions, yet performed spectacularly. We're so happy this role earned him an Oscar win. Moving on to number 2, Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. For David Fincher's 2011 remake of the movie, the actress went through a shocking transformation to portray the vengeful Lisbeth Salander. She prepared herself for the role by bleaching her eyebrows and cutting her hair. She also pierced her nipples, eyebrow, nose, and lip. The 37-year-old actress studied Asperger's syndrome in depth just so she could represent it accurately in front of the cameras. The director also requested that she get drunk every night before filming so that she'd arrive hungover on the set the next day. Drinking and her weight loss led to her looking super unhealthy, but her efforts in preparing for the difficult role got her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Finally, at number 1, Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. He's one of the most tragic examples of method acting going too far. The Dark Knight handed him the role of anarchist mastermind, the Joker, and he engrossed himself in the role. Director Christopher Nolan revealed that he was amazing in his working process and charisma. He was impressed that every take during filming used to bring out something different from him than the previous. The gifted actor summarized his version of the character as a psychopathic, mass-murdering, schizophrenic clown with zero empathy, and for that, he went through intense preparations. To portray the famous villain, he lived alone in a hotel room for a month. During that time, he worked on the character's voice, posture, and personality. He also wrote a diary just for the Joker's thoughts. The Brokeback Mountain actor struggled behind the cameras. He suffered from insomnia and drug abuse. He revealed the news to the New York Times that he'd probably slept an average of 2 hours every night for an entire week. His body was exhausted, but he couldn't stop thinking, and his mind kept on going. The actor passed away on January 22, 2008, from an accidental overdose of medications. His role as the Joker posthumously earned him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He also won a BAFTA Award, Golden Globe, and Screen Actors Guild Award. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Zac's prep for the role hit the jackpot? Let us know in the comments about your favorite method actor. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.